Hey guys, welcome back to ADP Art Creations. How are you guys doing today? I'm trying to look at this. I'm trying to fix my little screen. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully it do right now. I think I'm okay. But guys, so today I have a lot of news for you guys from the WNBA, some highlights and everything, and we're gonna welcome Medina Okot to Reebok. Also, we're gonna talk a little bit about Cardi B doing the collab with Old Navy, and how this is just like this is just great because if you know anything about Cardi B, some people like her music and everything that she does and whatever. Some don't, and that's okay. But what you cannot say about this young lady right here is that she don't work hard and she don't provide for her family in the way she should, and she don't keep herself inside of a box. And being in the music career, when she first had her first child, they don't. A lot of companies don't like you to start off doing, having kids and stuff like that. But she made her own choice to, have her daughter, and then she has four beautiful kids. And so with those four beautiful kids, she was married. She's not married anymore, and now she just continues to do her thing, and she's not an inbox person. This is an example of a mother who is very like hardworking and refuses to be in that story of I'm gonna stay inside this box and I'm only gonna do these certain things. No, she is definitely multi-talented in whatever she does, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. And yes, she does get a lot of criticism. She does get a lot of negative coming her way. But trust me, she got a filter and she know how to bag it up. But sometimes it can get you to a place where you're, feeling overwhelmed. So let's talk about Cardi B and her Old Navy campaign and her collab with Old Navy. Then we'll get into our sports world. Okay. So Cardi B used to stuff her jeans. Cardi B used to stuff her jeans because she was insecure. Now she's celebrating her curves and new denim campaign exclusive with Old Navy. This article was done by Danella August 4th, 2026 at 3:45 p.m. Under People's Magazine exclusive. I will show you guys the commercial in a minute. Things you need to know. Cardi B starts an Old Navy's fall denim campaign featuring a Wild West inspired photo shoot. The rapper shares how denim boosts her confidence and reflects on past insecurities about her body growing up. Outside of fashion, she's back in the studio at the 2025 album and planning to release new music soon. So guys, let me tell you something. I love some good jeans, some good denim jeans. I love them like that. That color, that style. I love it. And I'm gonna read what she had to say about Old Navy, and then I'm gonna break you down how I feel about Old Navy too, far as the clothes, right? So it says the up rapper has taken her love for denim to the next level by fronting on Navy's new fall denim campaign, which features the most wanted denim in Wild West inspired photo shoot, a campaign video. Speaking with people on the set, Cardi opened up about how denim serves as a source of confidence in her wardrobe. Denim always does. If you don't have no denim, you better get it. Okay, I'm saying that denim, them denim jeans and denim jean jackets, yes. Um, so, what is my life without jeans? The boy that yellow rapper said at 33 tells people exclusively. I still shop at Old Navy, and I think it's very long lasting, and it is. Let me tell you something about Old Navy clothes. Old Navy clothes. I started off with my daughter. She's 23 now, but Old Navy clothes, Carter clothes. Those clothes are long lasting. Now, what ADP do, I be on the sales, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, on Navy for the kids, they really have good prices. But they're, oh, so, Case and, hold on, don't yell. It's coming, baby. um their products do have quality. Like, they don't fade, they don't shrink, they don't mess up. So you go for the play clothes, you shop somewhere else for the little play clothes and stuff like that, the kids will wear. And then you go to your Old Navy and your Carters and your Marshalls and stuff like that. And you get those clothes for when you know what I'm saying, when y'all going out for family gatherings and all that kind of stuff. Because you know how kids do with their clothes, that grow out of them so fast, or they sometimes with the boys, some jeans be cutting up. But Kason do pretty good with his jeans and his pants and stuff like that. I think Colin was the worst on his jeans and stuff, and Yanni, she didn't. She just a girl. But yeah, so I think this is good. This is a good campaign for women who have curves, because you know how it is trying to go out there and find jeans to fit you. Finding jeans to fit you is kind of hard to find. Like, it's not easy when you got them curves going on and stuff like that. Them good curves, right? So I'm glad that she's doing this campaign. It's a good way to market, especially when you have someone as popular as Cardi B. And it's just like her and Angel be just tag teaming. You know what? Then I got my girl Angel over here doing her thing, and then I got Cardi over here doing her thing. So, but yeah, guys, check out this denim. Like, this denim is, I love that denim color. Like, even, and with the red, it brings it out. It's just so cute. So yeah, you got to have some type of denim in your closet. Though denim has become a staple in Cardi's wardrobe, she didn't always feel comfortable in her jeans. As a millennium girl, skinny jeans were everywhere, and it only made her realize uh, that she ain't got no butt. You know what she said, but cause some jeans you wear, you be like, where am I in the back? When I was like a teenager, it used to be something I was really insecure about. So I used to stuff my jeans. I would put like two, three lights under my jeans so my butt and my thighs could be thicker, says Carter, who grew up in the South Bronx in New York. Being from the hood, or my culture, being thick is better. I always was scared for my butt to look extra flat in jeans. Oh my gosh. But sometimes sometimes you do, because some jeans just don't, they just don't be working out. You be like, oh, wait a minute, where I'm at back there. Um, Old Navy's fall denim campaign is a continuation of its Old Navy series that launched with Paris Hilton in the summer. The campaign also features a lineup of flirty styles. Okay, let me see. I like I like the jacket and everything. And that red shirt, that red is just fire under there. And cause she's a fashion diva too. She know her fashion. So it says these days Cardi style depends on the occasion. Sometimes I want to dress like okay. Sometimes you want to dress like a garden tool, and sometimes I want to dress really professional. Sometimes I want to give fashion. Sometimes I want to give red carpets. Sometimes I want her boobs out, and sometimes I want to be conservative. So you had them stages where you go through and you put on your outfit and you be like, okay, I'm the secretary of the state. Or you have those outfits where you be like, I'm that girl. Okay, so you be doing it. Or you be like, you have a business, you know what I'm saying, business occasion or business meeting, or you going to meet with a client or interview, whatever, you have a sense of style of what you want to put on. You know, yeah. She said I like wearing nice tight shirt on top with a little bit of cleavage with some long pants, sweats, or jeans. That's really my style. Sexy up here, really cool, and chill in the bottom. That's really my thing, she says. And I love that sweater. Like I like sweaters like that. Now you want to go cute and casual, that that red and that denim together like that,
Mommy.
that is fire.
Hey, buddy. Mommy, don't push it.
That's fire. So
Mommy, well, I got you. Hey, don't.
need to be charged.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
go put it
I
on.
didn't mean to. What's the name? I'm trying to what here?
Go put this on the here. Go put it on the circle charge and look.
Jordan.
Hey, Bree Minor. How are you? Yeah, so guys, denim is what's up, you know what I'm saying? And so outside of her Old Navy campaign, Carter released her latest album. Of course, you know, guys, Am I the Drama? And it is a 10 out of 10. And yes, she does use some creative language, but it's still good. She got the edited versions too for the kids in the car. So I love it. I love to see, you know what I'm saying, everybody winning. Let's do a close up. See that's a pretty red. And them jeans, I love it. I miss. I got to get back into my jean style. Like I said, the denims right here, I only got like one pair of denims. The rest of them leggings and stuff. So I'm gonna have to go to Old Navy and get me a couple of pair of denims. And if they, I guess she advertising that sweater, they got that sweater too. So I'm gonna have to get that sweater because that color is just so cute. I like people different. You know what I'm saying? Different. Be you. And now I'm getting ready to show you guys the commercial. Now the commercial is hilarious. So I'm getting ready to share the commercial with you guys so you can see. Hey, Steven. She also did a commercial with it, and the commercial just fits her character. Um, it fits who she is, and she's just doing her thing. So guys, remember to check out Old Navy if you're looking for gifts for yourself or for someone else. Old Navy is what's up, and jeans are back. The denim style is back because Cardi B is letting you guys know. Okay, so let's run it back to this commercial. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can take. I don't know if I can take it back. Okay, you gotta plug it up in there. Yeah, plug it up in there and
How about this?
plug it up by the TV, Mamuki. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Let me pull it up, guys.
You're giving me a run for my money. This view always took my breath away. No, come back. I'm talking about this view right here. It's Old Navy, baby. Oh, if you want a wide, I'll give you a wide.
Let me see if it'll play from the beginning. So it kind of set the commercial up like that.
Some people spend a fortune chasing the perfect jeans. Cut!
Cardi, what's the problem?
How is anybody supposed to see how good I look if I'm sitting in this car?
Cardi, no.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Come on. Damn, girl, those jeans look custom.
So major, right?
Cardi, yeah, they look great. I agree, but can we just lock in for a little bit? Thank you.
I got this.
I see you, baby. Shaking that thing.
Yes. All right, cut.
Cardi?
Run it back.
Oh my God.
Ooh, I like that. Wait, it's all about the volume, girl. It's all about the volume. Run harder. This is Old Navy. You're giving me a run for my money. always took my breath away. No. Come back. I'm talking about this view right here. It's so navy, baby.
Make sure you go check out Old Navy if you're looking to go shopping and stuff like that for someone you know or for yourself, because denim is back. Denim has been in, but sometimes we forget because we get used to certain styles. So I love the way they did commercial because they got women of all shapes and sizes advertising jeans, and it just depends on, what type of, yes, baby. Oh, it's okay. It just depends on what type of fit you like. So I was excited about that. I know, guys, now we're gonna get into the sports, but oh, you like her sweater? Yeah, that sweater is just a beautiful red, and that denim, it just look. Everything is coming back. You know how kids joke with us sometimes or whatever about our fashions and all that kind of stuff. Now a lot of this stuff is coming back, and that's that good denim. That's that denim that you gotta wash separate from anything else and inside out, and it won't mess up. But Old Navy brand is really good, and I wasn't doing like such a trying to advertise Old Navy. I just want you guys to see how Cardi did this commercial and how she's always doing movies, albums, photo shoots, whatever she's doing. She's not an inbox type of woman, and it just brings you back with the colors and stuff like that. Yeah, Bree Minor, everything is coming back. I mean, like, and I'm surprised they ain't they probably back, and I just don't wear those type of shoes. You remember these they shoes they had they big seem like you're like in the circus or something, those type of shoes. I think they call them clogs, but I'm not for sure. But they got some of everything coming back. But we forget sometimes because we get used to a certain style. But denim jeans, that denim color, that specific color Cardi had on, I love that color. Like, because you can pretty much put it with anything. But I wanted to show it because you know how much Old Navy paying her for that? That's more than $1 million, collab there. You know what I'm saying? And she only did one outfit to to promote, but then they also had different other models and stuff on the commercial. So that's cool. I like brands that do all shapes and sizes, and especially when it comes to as far as women and stuff in the hips, and trying to find the good jeans and stuff like that fit. So that's good. So now, guys, we got to get into, I'm getting ready to share screen. We're going to get into all like the updates and everything that's going on. You do know Medina Okot is a part of Reebok, which Big Girl way before everything happened, when Okot was wearing Angel shoes, anything, I don't know what it is, but LSU, well, I'm in the middle LSU fan, but Big Girl, Tony, Keisha and them, they've been LSU fans forever, and they just know about the players. And so when Anissa, Big Girl was like, way before Anissa got the collab, she said, watch Anissa be with Reebok. Anissa wound up being with Reebok. Then you had Dejanay, so we got, let me look it up. We got Dejanay Carrington. We have I know that Lexi Brown is a part of, but who Angel was allowed to who Angel brought in, you have Lauren Betts, you have Dejanay Carrington, you have Anissa Morrow, now you have Medina Okot. Let me get all the players. And they haven't did they have not did like the big photo shoot for Okot yet. Like, the thing with Reebok, when they really bring everything out, they do photo shoots. So everybody has had a photo shoot with displaying, the Reeboks and everything. So Okot photo shoot should be coming up when they really, they announced it, but when they really make that final announcement, that's when you're gonna see her photo shoots. because that's how Reebok has done every person that has been a part of it. So we have Reebok WNBA roster: Angel Reese, Dejanay Carrington, Lexi Brown, Lauren Betts, Anissa Morrow, and now you have Modena Okot. So now we have a total of 6 players that are now a part of Reebok in the WNBA. And so we saw Okot when she had the first pair of Angel Reeboks on. Then she also, anytime she's on the floor, she has the Reeboks on. And then she had the Reeboks on for Barbie night. And that's why it's like, guys, do your research, because Okot, like I keep saying, Okot got a story. Okot got 7 other siblings, okay? And it's a blessing when you can go from college to the pros, and you actually have someone that takes you under their wings and be like, whatever you need, however I can help, whatever I can do. Because and I know that her parents, they stay they have a farm in Kenya. So, and then she has 7 siblings and things like that. I forgot what part of Kenya she stays in. But yeah, I do know from having like Kenya friends from Kenya and stuff like that. I notice like a lot of times what they do is when they're here, they buy. They also have stores and everything over in their country, and then they send cars, they send clothes, they send, like, you name it, they're shipping over to their country. They'll buy it here off of clearance or wholesales or whatever. They'll just buy a point blank and they'll ship it over. Different things like that. I was able to see and watch how my friend from Nigeria and Kenya and all different countries, how they operate as far as like looking out for their families and stuff like that. They do a lot of that. So I just think this is a beautiful thing for Okot, because yes, she does have a WNBA career, but she also has something outside of the WNBA to you know what I'm saying, to help her and her family as well. So I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? If I could send some stuff and it was, if I was allowed, and okay, I said, yeah, ADP, you can send some stuff to my siblings, man, I would love to do that. I'm gonna have to figure out some things with that, because I know, like I did not St. Vincent, I did the children with cancer, the Children Network. I did like some artwork and stuff for them, and that, even with that, you have to be careful because they're very sensitive and stuff like that. But it was one of the best gifts I could give. Like, it was one of the best Christmas presents I could do, is being able to send St. Jude. That's who I did. I sent it to St. Jude, and then the owner sent me a letter back. You talking about somebody so happy, like you just gave me $1 million. I was so happy for that. So I would, I'm glad that Okot is getting this deal. I'm glad that she's on a team, being that the NCAA didn't allow her to stay another year. I'm glad that we're able to see Okot play, even though what I'm saying, some games we haven't seen her in there like that. But like Keisha and them said, be ready for your number to be called, because you never know. Look at Sherrod. Be ready for your number, ladies, and the W, because you never know. And I just I like to see players, even though she's a rookie and she get out there and she made rookie mistakes, Okot is built different. Like, I could see it. I could just see her. I could just see the dog in her once she gets comfortable, guys. And because I noticed that when we play bigger teams like a Aces or something, it seems like she might be getting a little nervous and stuff like that, and as she should. But we only have 14 games to go, so we'll see what happens. And then also she's gonna be playing in the Australia League, so that is still gonna give her practice and stuff with her b-ball game, and Lisa's helping her, and I don't know who else helping her yet, but I'll be looking and checking in on Okai in the off season and stuff, and make sure that we are up to date with everything that is going on with Miss Okai. Okay. But I'm happy that she is a part of Reebok. Let me share screen so I can put that up there. Yeah, just understand. I'm glad that I was able to teach and had different, teachers come from different countries, because you learn a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, and especially Nigeria. I was spoiled though, guys. I would get the dishes, and I'm very like picky with my food, so I like curry. I love curry though, and it's this type of stew that they fix. And after a while, Miss Vivian was like, "Oh, ADP, you can do this yourself." I'm like, "No, I still can't. Only you can make it." It worked for so long, guys, and then it didn't. But both countries are great. Kenya, Nigeria, as far as the people that I've met, you know what I'm saying. And the thing about Nigeria too is Miss Vivian. She give you a breakdown. You got your pods, and you got your negs, and you got a lot of stuff. So I love that. Too, and Brazil. I love Brazilian food. Oh my gosh. But yeah, let's get back into it. Let me share screen so that I can pull up the picture with Okai on it. And I got something. Let me see. For my girl leg. Okay. So let me share screen and put this up here.
All done.
All done? Okay. Did you want some chips?
You.
What you doing my chips for? This Miss Vicky. Just because they sour cream. Oh man, these kids. Okay, hey MSL, hey Big Girl, hey Chicago, hey Bree Minor Hope, hey Omega, hey ADP. Hope you're well. I didn't hear you earlier, but what did you say about Okai? I was just explaining, like, Okai is from Kenya, just saying, like, she has 7 siblings. Her parents have a farm in Kenya, and it's just great that you can come into the W and you have, like, Angel, and the rest of the team too, but you have someone say, "Hey, I got your back," and to really see they have your back with, other things, and with Reebok. This is great for her. You know what I'm saying? Bennett, I know how they, and just saying a little bit how they operate, how they, send things back to their country for their families, and, different stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I was saying about Okai. And I'm very happy for her. And I was saying, like, I wish I could, like, send stuff to, like, her siblings. Because anything about ADP, I love the kids. And you grown-ups, I love you too. But you know how y'all be sometimes. Y'all can be a little picky. But it's okay, But, just different stuff like that, MSL. Just giving them, like, a little summary. Because I did do a video on Medina Okai, talking about, where she's from and all that great stuff. What did Big Girl say? Hey, ADP, you see she's going to play in Australia. Yeah, she is, Secrets. I did see that. I'm very proud of Medina, and I'm glad that she is going to play over there so she can still, get, work on her skills. And like I said, I know Lisa Leslie is helping her. I'll find out more about who's helping her out in the off season and everything like that. Big Girl said, MSL Okai officially signed with Reebok and will be playing in okay. Yeah, she will be. Also, they haven't did her photo shoots too, Big Girl, yet with Reebok. And every player, after they announce them, they do photo shoots for them. So look forward to that coming with Reebok too. And it's a global, like, it ain't just like the deal that Medina got. She got a great deal. Like, it's not just the average deal. She got a global sneaker deal with Reebok. That makes a difference. That's big. That's big. And then for her to sign with the Australia League, she let me tell y'all something. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about Medina making no mistakes. The rest of the yes, baby. Okay, I'll call her later. The rest of the 14 games, I don't want to hear it. Okay, but I know y'all gonna get on her, but she'll get it. But yeah, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of Angel being able to help her. She's on a team that is like family, that is like sisterhood, and that's a good thing. And the way that she talks about Angel, you can just tell because let me tell you guys something too. Coming from meeting people coming from Kenya, they are beautiful people. They are nice, but they don't play either. You know what I'm saying? And so for Okot to you know what I'm saying, of course she's gonna be appreciative and stuff like that, but the way that she talks about Angel and everything says a lot because they don't be playing now at the same time. There's a difference between Nigeria and Kenya, how they raise their kids and everything too, and their families. So it's just a good thing to see that Medina appreciates whatever. She's always thankful for whatever comes her way. Um, Big girl, thanks. Okay, I was wondering if she had played Unrivaled, but I'm glad Oka got a sneaker deal. No, she hasn't played Unrivaled because she's going to go to play in the Australia League for this year. But that's not to say she won't in the future. Um, yeah, it does, big girl. It makes a whole lot of sense for her to. Hold on, guys. You gotta do right. Um, okay, so yeah, that it's just flowing good for Okai. Like everything is lining up for her. The type of power or influence that Angel has that so many other players in the league do not is so slept on. Well, that goes for like what I'm saying. That goes for like Angel and so many other players. Like you hear about the stats, you hear about what I'm saying, the way they play their game and stuff like that. But you don't always hear about what they do behind closed doors for the community and for the people. It's a lot of players that do a lot for their communities and stuff, but you don't never hear about it because guess what? They don't want you to hear about it. Not the players, but the league. The league and stuff. It's like they cater to what they have. They're losing their focus. On what's important to me, because if you're gonna talk about players, talk about everything that they're doing. Don't just put it inside of a box where we just want to talk about certain things. Oh, we want to make this league about one person. This is not that type of league. I don't know if they got the memo. They keep missing it, but guess what? They can keep missing it. It's still gonna come out. Like there's so many players that got foundations, and stuff like that, and what they're doing behind closed doors. But you rarely hear about it. Um, the next big signing will be Hannah Hidalgo. Big girl, you already said it. I've been telling them, big girl, you be knowing your stuff. You be on it. She be guys. She be. She be on and she be sending me something, but I'll be like, big girl, I already saw that, big girl. I already saw that, big girl. But big girl, make sure if I saw it, I'm gonna see it again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the big girl did say Hannah was signing. See, they've been speculating. They've been talking about it, big girl. They haven't made it official yet. But this is the same way big girl was saying about Anissa, and she was saying about Medina Okot. So I'm a roll with big girl because every time she said a player was signing to Reebok, they've all have signed to Reebok, from Dejanay to to Anissa. So Hannah would be big girl. Hannah would be number 7 from the WNBA players that will be a part of Reebok. Right now we have 6. We got Angel Dejanay, Lexi Brown, Lauren Best, Anissa Morrow, and then we will and Medina Okot. So she would make number 7, and let it be known there are more to come. Watch. Let me say, Reebok gonna have their own Reebok WNBA team, with their shoes, because the shoes that Reebok are bringing out, not just the Angel Reese's and the guy shoes are looking good. I love them old. They even brought the old Reeboks back. They look like the flat shell toe Adidas, if you know what I mean. And they're bringing those back. I want to say, what was the name of those? Stands or something with Adidas. They kind of look like that, but they're playing with the Reebok. They're bringing those. They got those back for the guys. Oh my gosh. Reebok is just bringing shoes back, adding a little flavor to it. Yes, she's still in college, but she's gonna be coming to the W. So, when she come to the W, that will be number 7. Hey June, it's okay, girl. I done showed a little Carter B with her Old Navy advertisement, and now we're talking about Medina Okot because June, Carter done did that campaign with Old Navy, and it just brings you back to them denim jeans, girl. And look, that she got the they had the different types of jeans up there, and I love denim, but I went away because I'm a leggings girl. But I'm like, I gotta go back. I only got one pair of denim in there. Carter make you go back and get you some old denim, because that denim is tight with that red sweater. It's just cute. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that because Carter do so many things, and that was one where it's like $1 million deal to that she signed to do that collab with Old Navy. So we started off with that. Now we're into talking about Medina Okot and the Reebok girlies, and what they're doing and how many players we have so far. So I'm thinking, Big Girl, do you think like when she comes over, when Hannah comes over, are they gonna wait till she, wait till she gets in, wait till she gets into the W to give her a shoe, or do you think they're gonna still sign her while she's in college? Look out for Aaliyah now. Also, she might be a signee. Okay, did she have some, what you doing, Moot? Turn your light on in there. Turn your light on, Mamuki. Did you see her with some Reeboks on, Big Girl? Big Girl, Miles signed with Adidas. Oh, Deneen, we saw that one. I believe I saw Miles with Adidas, because didn't she do a commercial too? Let me tell you guys, that's Puma. See, I'm getting mixed up. I'm sorry. The shoe signing deals are coming now more and more. You see why, right? Okay, so Puma, of course, Skylar was already doing Puma. Kelsey Mitchell, guys, go back and watch. You remember I played the Skylar Diggins interview with Puma. Go back and watch the Kelsey Mitchell one. It's a good one too. And this is what I love, because they're signing, they already been with them, but they're coming out with new shoes or whatever and have deals and stuff. But now they're able to, they're talking about their life too. So it gives them kind of like an outlet also with these deals to be themselves. You have a lot of denim, June. You got to go see the ones Carter got them, that color, that dark denim. Oh man, and you can put anything with it. I'm look, leggings. I might have to give y'all a little break for the winter. She's already signed to an NIL deal. Okay. Okay, Van. Thanks for listening while driving. What Tiffy say? Now been in Reeboks nonstop. Oh snap! So you and Big Girl cooking, y'all cooking. But you know what I'm saying? That's how you do. That's how you run business. That's how you market. When you got a strategic, phenomenal woman like Angel Reese a part of your team, and you want to win, she's gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? It's the look. My daughter always told me something because this is what cheerful givers and putting others before themselves run into. Sometimes we'll run into people that may stab you in the back, or they may not appreciate what you're doing. So you have to gravitate to appreciate a player like Angel Reese. And for those that don't, it's okay. Don't stop being you. Move on, because guess what? That'll be their loss. So the people that Angel came in, she was embracing everybody, and then other people just chose to go different ways. Bet, okay, everybody ain't gotta like you, everybody ain't gotta respect you, but don't get mad when other players get a blessing from just being who they are and accepting a person like Angel Reese, who is genuine and kind. Is she perfect? No, but her heart is in the right place. Yeah. Oh, June, you love dark denim. Me too. Oh my gosh. That's why I was like, man, I was like, I gotta get me some. But I turned to leggings, June, because they're so easy. Like the wintertime, I wear the thick leggings. You can just flow and throw a shirt with them leggings, and you good to go and still look cute, with your accessories. But yeah. Oh, Olivia Miles' shoe deal isn't official. She could switch. Well, I mean, if she switched to Reebok, it's gonna be a uproar. It's gonna be crazy work. You hear me, big girl? They not gonna know how to act. This is why Nike is probably a little mad with Angel Reese, because she's bringing in other players. Of course, June. Not only are they mad about that, but allegedly, if you check out the shoes, June, oh man. It was a while back, June. I haven't that's probably erased. But a lot of those shoes are starting to look like Reebok. But that's why, when I played that video back a while back with Shaq and Allen Iverson, he was telling the guy, in the shoe store, saying, I can't let you guys know everything or whatever, because you got people listening. So, big girl, isn't Hannah and someone else supposed to be with Reebok? Big girl will break it down, but she with Hannah a part of Reebok and stuff like that, because like I said, Reebok is getting ready to form their own WNBA team. You have 6 right now. You have 6 official players that are part of Reebok, and I'm just talking about the W. They have NBA players too. So like they're doing this on both ends, guys. So they're doing it smart on both ends. They got players, they got rappers, they got everything, because you go with what works and you go with the flow, right? And so they're hitting it all. You could be a tennis player, you could be a rapper, you could be this, you could be that, and you're hitting it. That's why I think the biggest eye-opener for me was when they gave Cardi B that 2-year Reebok deal. That opened up the map for Reebok and put Reebok, to me, back on the map, because her shoes was running the same price as Angel's, and she came out with, I don't even know, just so many colors at the time, and she was selling out just like Angel. Like her shoes were selling out every time you turned around. So I think there was a big eye-opener, because I like different colors of shoes and stuff. Then you had Shaq to come along, take over Reebok, say, hey, I got this. You know what I'm saying? And he still kept Allen Iverson a part of it. And they worked together to make this thing happen. And we got Angel Reese, and now we have 6 total players on Reebok. And look, we're going to turn our heads, and before this year's out, we're going to keep hearing about Reebok signings on and off the season. On and off seasons. Tiffy said, Olivia and Hannah shouldn't sign unless it comes with a signature shoe. Nike will be Juju and Paige Central. Well, I'm quite sure. I believe they will. If they sign with Reebok, they will get a signature shoe. For real, Tiffy. You already know. because their names speak for itself. So all of them, they're gonna get their signature shoes. It's just what time and what year, and it's a lot of the marketing, and but Reebok is definitely good with marketing. And if Nike is focused on Juju and Paige, then the thing I love about Reebok, Tiffany and Co is that the women have a voice. They're all in on the making of their shoe, whereas a Nike will give you they will make it seem like you running the show and all that kind of stuff, where they only give you a certain amount of what you can say and do with their shoe, right? So I'm saying Nike allegedly. Nike, I'm not coming for you. You do your thing. I'm just Reebok over here, okay? Yeah. Reebok needs to attack how Nike controls the WNBA and these other sports. You know what? Reebok is already. You know why Reebok is already attacking MSL? Because what they bringing out to the table is actually good sneakers, and also attached to that is they are comfortable for all shapes, all shapes and sizes. Footwear. That's what the great thing about Reebok. Reebok has always been a comfortable shoe. You want to look cute or you want to look decked out, you want to be comfortable on them feet too. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I think that they have a plan, but like Reebok, they can't release everything. But you're going to see them coming. Because the way that they advertise MSL, the way that they do the photo shoots, the way they bring stuff out, they got it. They understand the recipe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Let me get my. Yeah, choose two. What colors you want? What colors? What two colors? You can bring in. No, you have to choose two because you gotta say something you need. No. Two. Okay, these are Mooney's, okay? But when she comes, she'll have hers, okay? All right, yeah. So, big girl, okay, I hope that doesn't scare away my house. Laugh out loud. You know, her and Angel are supposed to be tight. Nike will always run the market because they are tied to so many other big businesses. Reebok is in the rebuilding stage. Hey, not for the week. Aces and Fever Game is at 7 on Prime Video. Yeah, June, that's gonna be interesting, because every team play us like we at the Super Bowl. Let's see how that one go. You know. Oh snap! My milkshake is ready. But yeah. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? And then you sometimes you gotta let. It's kind of like a card game when it comes to businesses and stuff like that, guys. So sometimes you got to see how, you know what I'm saying, how they play their card, how Nike continue to play their cards, and how Reebok moves too. Yes, kids, I'm get ready to put that up there too. I got the juice today, but we not doing no 4 hours today, baby. We not doing that today. We got one more hour. Cause guess what, guys? I got a painting to reveal. And why I am, the mojo is here. I probably should be able to do about 3 today, 3 or 4 paintings today. So yeah. Let's get into some more highlights. So there you got Medina, and she is now a part of Reebok, and she's going to be a part of the Australian League. So I just love it. I just love it for her. And I know this is also gonna help her because she's also hard on herself too. I can see it. So yeah, so we got. Let me make sure I'm clipping. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not showing you guys stuff. Now, before we get into the highlights about Angel Reese, the U.S. team, and all that great stuff, I want to talk about this for a moment, guys, because this had my pants in a fancy, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Because I can see BS when I can recognize it, just right off the bat. And this is exactly what it is. Sorry, guys, to use those terms, but sometimes you got to keep it real, and it is what it is, right? This is straight up BS, right? Okay, let's talk about it. I'm proud. Now, when I announce this and get ready to talk about it, I am very happy for this particular person. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that, okay, let me just introduce this person. Next up, we're going to talk about Noelle Quinn and her next destination. So Noelle Quinn, welcome Noelle Quinn. Kudos to Noelle Quinn. She's going to be an assistant coach for UCLA, right? Now, so listen to this, guys, okay? Section 14 of close contract. Termination by coach states that she must pay damages to UCLA if she decides to leave before the end of the deal. The amount ranges from $500,000 to $2 million, depending on the timing of possible contract termination. However, if Close decides to leave, okay, guys, so this is the thing. The WNBA wants her as a coach. Right? We got to figure out a way for our black queens to get back in something. This ain't going the right way. This is very telling. I'm gonna say that, but let me finish reading it. Okay, so the WNBA wants her in the league, right? No knocks to her. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. What we seeing? They trying to clean house. We don't have any black women head coaches, none. But Kaysen, yeah, okay, you're okay. However, if Close decides to leave for the WNBA head coaching position, she or the WNBA franchise that hires her will only need to pay a quarter of the damages, the contract says. So, Okay, this cuts it off. If she does it by herself, she's gonna be paying that 500,000 to 2 million, right? But if the WNBA really wants her that bad, then they are going to pay a quarter of the damages. The contract says. University acknowledges and agrees that coach or WNBA club or coach's behalf shall owe 25% of the applicable coach liquidated damages in the event coach terminates her employment to accept a head coaching. This is what I'm talking about, guys. A head coaching position in the WNBA. The amount that she or the WNBA team will have to pay will depend on the year she will leave UCLA. Each year ends on March 31st of the corresponding NCAA women's basketball season. Extension year one ends on March 31st, 2027. I want to know your thoughts. And kudos to my girl. So she will not. We gonna miss you, Quinn. We gonna miss you. So Quinn will not be doing Unrivaled, guys. She will not be doing Unrivaled. Um, and she said, it says Noelle Quinn accepts a position as an assistant coach with UCLA, WBB, ending her 10-year coaching for Breeze BC in Unrivaled. This may be setting her up for a head coaching role, given the WNBA buyout clause in head coach Corey Close's contract. And it's funny, we was talking about Noelle Quinn the other on one of the lives recently, and I was trying to figure out with Tony, and I was trying to figure out what she was doing now, and then all of a sudden, a girl got a job with UCLA, and so that's a blessing to her. I just think that she should still be in the W. You know what I'm saying? Because man, we all jokes aside, we have no idea what these coaches go through, and it really bothered her. I could just see it when they did the round chair talk, doing Unrivaled with all the black coaches. I could just tell it had an effect on her. So I want to know. Let me pull it up. Sorry, guys. Let's pull up her picture right here, just so we can talk about this. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know, what do you think about? I know that we're happy for Noelle Quinn to be a part of UCLA. I also would have been happy to see her back coaching in the W. What do you think about this? What do you think about the W wanting Corey Close? And how the, you know what I'm saying, how it works behind closed doors. This is what she's gonna have to do. This is what the WNBA is gonna have to do if they want her as a coach. So if it's out there, they're seeking her as a coach, then they're gonna pay whatever they have to pay to get her. It's already out there. So the question is Corey Close gonna stay with UCLA, or is she gonna take is she gonna be coming to the W? Because for them to bring that out like that, and the way they worded it, like Noelle Quinn could be the head coach of UCLA, and then they're looking at Corey Close to come to the W. They're not putting that out for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at the overall, coaches, and we need diversity with our coaches, and we have no black women head coaches at all. Quinn in position to be. Yeah, I'm happy for her because Bree Minor, the contract, I know it's off the chain. So we know she's gonna be taken care of. We know she's gonna financial wise, she's gonna be good to go. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. You're okay. What you looking at? Not even my milkshake. ADP, you want to drop me the link so I can expound on this? Oh, with the Noelle Quinn stuff. Okay. Hold. Give me a second, Emma. Don't touch my. Let me see. Okay, let me put copy. Okay, let's do Command V. Oop, what is that on my All right. Okay, MSL, I dropped the link for you. Juju got a shoe under LeBron, but Reebok will give the girls their own shoes faster than Nike. Right, T Brown. Right, they would. Yeah, Bree Minor. That's what it is. She gonna be the lead coach. That's what I got from it, Bree Minor. That she has to get in this position so she could just move on to the head position, which would be good because Noah Quinn, guys, regardless, Noah Quinn got skills. Period. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to change the scenery. Corey Close was approached by the WNBA for a potential head coach position. Okay, and that's why they bring it out. That's why I said, Payson, hold on, guys. What?
I'm sorry.
What happened?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with Casey. But yeah, that's why they put that. You see the timing, Bree Minor, that they put that article out. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't just say like, you know what I'm saying, Noah Quinn got the assistant job. Oh, she got it, and she going for them. The way they worded it, like this is putting her in position for head coaching. Pretty much saying it's pretty much cold talking, but saying Noah Quinn is going to be the coach. Of the UCLA, the head coach. That's pretty much what it's saying in other words. You know what I'm saying? They code talking with us, Bree Minor, in this article, and that Corey is coming to the W. Okay, MSL. But yeah, so my thing was, well, like I said, diverse. We don't have any black coaches in there. And I think that when it's a women's league, like, you know what I'm saying, just make it like diverse all around. Because we come to what the Sirens will make what 15, team number 15, if I'm not mistaken. Because we got 14 teams now. So who's gonna be the head coach of that one? Like, I mean, look at the Suns. I mean, we could have had Teaspoon, Noel Quinn. We could have had Swin. I'm just having a legend a legend thing going on. Swin Cash, you know, they could have all been up there. Cynthia Cooper, look, they could have been all up there together. Oh, she did? Okay. Did she, Bree Minor, did she address that after the season, after they won the chip, or was it recent? Let me look it up. Let me see. I'm looking it up now. But then it's like she's gonna be making less money though. Okay. So, she signed a 4-year deal contract extension through 2029 to 2030 season. The deal includes a unique discounted WNBA buyout clause that lowers her financial penalty if she leaves early for the WNBA coaching or front office job. Her salary worth roughly $2 million annually, combining a $300,000 base salary and a substantial talent fees. Okay. Rewarded following UCLA's first NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship. Okay, so the WNBA buyout clause details if Close terminates her agreement early to accept a position in the WNBA, her required liquidated damages to UCLA are deeply discounted, roughly 25% of the standard penalties, and are scaled down by year. So year one, 500,000. Year two, 437, 500,000. Year three, 250,000, and year four, 125,000. So that's the buyout clause details of it. Let's see. We got May. I see. Let me see any updated. Most of these are May. So it's really going to be up to her to decide whether she wants to go. But as far as information, the latest information is from May 22nd, 2026. So yeah. Yeah, so it's saying she got the new deals, but you know what I'm saying, that's what the if she goes to the W, this is the percentage that she would have to, this is what she would have to pay. I mean, they would help pay or whatever. So it says it's not clear why the terms were included in the contract and whether Close has explored any WNBA head coaching opportunities. UCLA representatives for Close did not immediately respond to the comments. But so, and then it goes on to say, you got Dawn's deal is worth about $4.25 million annually into 2030. The other top paid coaches in women's basketball are UConn, Gino. Gino is $3.7 million. Kim is $3.35 million, and Vic is $2.3 million. Those are the other top four that are making that type of money. So you got Dawn is at the top with her 4.25, and then you got Gino, and then you got Kim. So Gino and Kim are kind of close, and then you got Vic at a 2.3. So she's been a head coach since 2011, a week after winning the national title, including 5 in the first round. So she's been coaching since 2011. So maybe Corey, maybe she wants to change. A change in the, a change from college to go to the pros. It still sounds like a lot of money. June, it is to me. Look, I'd just be like, for a WNBA, salary of coaching, and they don't pay as much as, so far she has declined. Thank you, Bree Minor. Because that's the earliest I could just find. It kept saying May, all May. Yeah, because you're talking about, that's a lot of money. And then on top of that, you're not going to get paid like that for coaching in the W. But this article was recent, Bree Minor. So maybe they know something we don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's coming. Maybe she's thinking about it. Because that's a big decision. It would take me a minute. You know what I'm saying? You asked me after I done won the chip. I can't think about that right now. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take me a minute because you got to look at the overall picture. I mean, those 4 payments ain't no little money. It ain't like it's 10,000, 20,000. Oh, no. And that's a lot of money. 500,000 out the way. And yes, they'll pay 25% of it, but still, I need you to pay the whole thing if you want me to come that bad. UCLA women alumni help Corey Close coach. Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet. She been there since 2011. Corey Close said coaching in college is stressful because of the portal. Well, what she think the W gonna be like? Because she gonna get a team and she not gonna be able to keep all them players, and then you got to make those hard decisions. They can still move around from we know the June. We know the rookies can't, and stuff like that. So we know. I guess you do have a little advantage. It's like this. It's like this. Do you feel like because you'll take a pay cut for peace? You know what I'm saying? For some real peace. So it's gonna depend on if Corey want more peace in dealing with the portal stuff compared to how the WNBA does their thing. So if that's the case and it's not about all this money involved that
She has to be getting occupational therapy because she can't.
Hello?
You got to turn me off in the background.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, is that better?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you want to say about Noel Quinn and Corey Close in this situation? How do you feel?
Well, first of all, how you doing? It was good to talk to you yesterday. And Tony, I didn't see you or y'all at Barbie night, but as we said yesterday, Barbie night, minus the loss, was a fantastic experience and a fantastic event for those in the crowd who were there, and for those who watched on television. It was a great, 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 great experience. Totally unique to the WNBA, I would presume. And if you haven't been there, you should go there. And obviously, people came from all over the country to be there. So I'm glad you had a good time, and I did as well.
Thank you, MSL.
Well, you remember we had a conversation where we said that in order for the WNBA to have better coaches, they would have to raise the maximum salary, because at this stage, the maximum salary is around $1 million, $1 million a year. And we had said the highest college coaches get about $3 million a year, at least on the women's side. Right. So at least on the women's side. So if you can't pay $3 million, could you at least meet them in the middle at $2 million, and maybe you would get quote unquote better coaches. Now, Corey Close coming to the WNBA wouldn't be a shocker if she's going to come, because she already does analysts, I think, sometimes on some of these USA broadcasts or some of these WNBA broadcasts. It would also smell fishy about, is this LA somehow getting the first pick and potentially Juju or maybe Houston, and Corey Close is going there? Because realistically, why would you leave UCLA to come to the WNBA unless you want that sort of challenge, and or you're old, which she doesn't really look old, and you're about to retire? So you said, what the heck, let me just try this, for kicks, for kick's sake. So that's pretty interesting. Regarding Noel, obviously that doesn't fix the problem of having no Black women head coaches in the WNBA. So that will still be a thorn and still be a problem for the league. But when you really think about it, the league on a whole, outside of employing Black women, doesn't really treat Black women well, as far as what they've done the last 10 to 20 years, how they handled the CBA, how they handled the Caitlin Clark situation from inception, and how they handled the Angel Reese situation from inception, and now the Alyssa Thomas and all in the investigations that they did in 2024 with the Indiana crowd, and all the racist social media, which has happened mostly against Angel, but against some other players as well. They haven't really given that support. So would it really be a shocker that they haven't hired any Black women head coaches at this stage?
It's not a shocker. What I'm saying is, we got to figure out a way to come together and get back in the W. That's what I was saying. Because they already had this type of stuff set up. So
oh yeah.
And
it's
you just get tired. It just gets to the point where you're tired. But Bree Minor was saying, did they pass it yet for the new rules? Bree Minor was talking about the portal requirements are changing. Did they pass it yet for a 5-year period where they? You mean like
a Rooney rule for the WNBA?
No, for college where they can't just hop in the portal every year. It's supposed to be a new rule coming, but I don't know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yet. If did they pass it yet, Bree Minor? I know they trying to pass it. Did they pass it yet? Um. Oh yeah. Oh, and Big Girl and Bree Minor said Corey not coming. Coming to Houston. For Juju. I guess for Juju. If that's what Juju supposed to be going. If Juju comes out, you know what I'm saying, guys. If she comes out, or if she doesn't decide to stay.
You know, unless it's all a ruse. I didn't read the article, but generally speaking, my opinion's always been if you're a top college coach making $3 million a year, you're never going to come to the WNBA for a third of the money or half the money. And as we all know, professional is not as cushy as college, because in college, if you're a great coach, you can be a king or a queen for 20, 30, 40 years and have your throne rarely ever challenged, at least in your kingdom, you know, whatever your local space is, you know, like a Dawn or a Kim when she was at Baylor, or a Kim now at LSU, you know, etc. Gino in, you know, in Connecticut, he's been there 40 years. There's rare, if ever, any WNBA coach. Obviously the league's only been around 30 years, you know, who's had that sort of longevity, you know, the closest obviously being Cheryl Reeves at this point. So if she doesn't come, then to your point, then yes, we got to find out how do we get the proper woman coach. Now, obviously Teaspoon would be an excellent coach for any team, and she should be on everyone's list as far as the next head coach. She doesn't have
her and Lisa Leslie, but Lisa said she wasn't gonna do it no more. She wasn't gonna go through that again.
Does Lisa Leslie have any head coaching experience? Just curious.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
No, it's not a got you question, ADP. I'm sorry. It's not a got you. I just asked.
No, I don't know if she had no experience, but she's the right one for one of these coaching jobs. That's what I do know, MSL. That's what I do know, and they need to put her in there.
You sound like bro called MSL.
Yeah, she's the right one for one of these jobs, but she's choosing not to go through that because she went through that process, and like she said on Angel's show, she'll never do it again. So,
well, some people may not want to hire a celebrity coach with no head coaching experience unless.
No, that ain't what it was. That ain't what it was. She broke it down.
No. I'm speaking. No, I'm not talking about what she talked about on Angel's show. I'm just speaking in general. In general because unless you're like in LA trying to make like a splashy thing, like LA could hire Lisa Leslie, but like a smaller town or like a team that's not in the spotlight, they probably, unless Lisa Leslie is on a discount, they probably, you know, wouldn't spend that kind of money to hire somebody with no experience, you know, coaching, you know, with all due respect to her professional experience. So
she still would have been a great coach.
In other words, only so many people would hire hire Lisa Leslie unless she was willing to take less money.
Probably that too. And then on top of that, you can't play with my girl's skills and stuff like that, and put people in there that's less experienced than she is, and talking about that's what we all about. We ain't trying to hear that. We're not trying to hear that, America. I'm not.
No, I hear what you're saying, but to be fair, if she doesn't have any head coaching experience, then
it doesn't matter. Teaspoon. Oh well.
No, she didn't have the head coaching experience too. But to be fair, ADP, she was a great motivator and a great talent evaluator. But her X's and O's was something. Maybe in her second or third year, she would have got up to par on that.
You can't say that. Not with Lisa Leslie. Now,
no, I'm talking about. But no matter how much you know about basketball, you still need to coach to know how to coach.
Right. Lisa Leslie can coach MSL.
Did she coach the G League or something like that? What did she coach?
The Big Three, and she won the championship. Not too much on Lisa Leslie. This is not too much on Lisa Leslie. We're not having that on. Where my rule book at? You can call it glaze or whatever, but not too much on Lisa Leslie. I'm just saying.
You can glaze her.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
not
giving a
giving up.
sober dose of reality because
No, you're not. That's your reality.
because if
'Cause
she was
you,
offered, if she was willing to coach for the going rate, then yeah, she could probably get a job from a lot of people. But if she say
it's
she
not.
want, but if she
It's
say she
more.
want 1 or 2 million a year, then she may not get a lot of those jobs because they're like, okay, you're a celebrity, but do we know you're gonna work as hard? You're gonna, you know what that would be like? That would be like,
No, no, I ain't trying to hear all that, Emma said. What? Listen,
but that's all
I'm gonna tell
right
you.
because I'm just giving you how the teams may look, the teams may
No,
look at it.
you give me how MSL may look at it, but go ahead, MSL, but
No,
not too
but I'm
much.
putting myself in the chair of the teens. Now that doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of great black women candidates.
No, you're trying to say
Obviously they
she's
are.
very qualified. She's very qualified for that job, and if that's what, like, it all boils down to, like, I don't think she'll go for it again because of the experience and what she had to go through. So she already said she's not gonna go for that again. She'll do something else. But one thing you can't say about Lisa Leslie, you can't say she wouldn't be a good coach, or just because she played and is one of the goats and legends that
I
she,
don't know if she'll
you
be a
know.
good coach or not. I'm being honest.
Yeah,
But
and that's
somebody,
okay. But don't say that she doesn't. She can have a spot in, she, if she wanted to and it was meant for her to have it, then she would be a part of it. But because of the experience she went through, and she know the behind the scenes things, and nothing I've seen Lisa Leslie say that has not been honest about anything that comes out. It always has a way of finding itself to be the truth. And
but
so I think it's not all about that. I think she would have been a great coach. She had the great skills to be the great coach if given the opportunity.
ADP, I'm
Either
glad
way
you
it
brought
goes.
up. But I'm glad you
So
brought up
I'm not trying.
no,
Go
I'm
ahead.
glad you brought up what you brought up because here's the thing, right? I don't know what she makes on TV, but let's say her other endeavors,
He
right?
is. He
Are bringing her in, let's say $1 to $2 million a year, and she still gets to see her family and do whatever she wants to do. So now, if they're telling her, oh well, we'll pay you 500K to be a coach, then that's probably something she's not going to want to do. And the teams, knowing this, less teams will make her an offer, knowing that they got to make her an offer good enough to make her want to coach. In other words, unless she wants to coach and she expresses to people, I want to coach. I want to coach.
MSL, she did. I mean, did you not hear on
No, I
Angel's
heard
show?
her. No, I heard her say that. I
But
definitely heard her say that. But you also told me, based off of her previous experience, that she may have some particulars as far as coaching. And I'm just saying,
what
teams.
particulars? What do you
Well,
mean?
didn't you say that you said she didn't like the process and how they handled it and so forth? And you said that she mentioned that she may not dip her feet in the pond the way she did before,
She
unless
said
I.
because she was well overqualified for the job, and that the experience she had, that she wouldn't want to go through that again.
Right, you said she wouldn't want to go through that again. Just so you know, I'm not
I'm
knocking
just
Lisa
talking about
Leslie.
the process. I'm
I'm
not
just
talking
being
about all
fair
that.
from
I
a
think
teen's. I'm just being fair from a teen's
no,
perspective
you're
because I
being
know
on
how
the
they
male
think.
side from a team perspective. This is more male dominant type of thing that
No,
you do.
no, no. I'm not being show.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not. Come on, ADP. Stop, ADP. I'm not
Uh-huh.
being chauvinist. Stop.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely because you
Stop.
look, guys. You be on Tony's thing. Oh, okay, so guys, since we over the sensitive stuff, let's get into the real thing. I was
Okay.
like, ooh,
Yeah,
we being
absolutely,
sensitive. Nobody
absolutely.
being sensitive
No,
because we're
I'm not running for
celebrating the
that.
game.
But
I'm
ADP, I
just
already
saying.
agreed with you that they should hire a black woman. You don't hear me saying that they
Yeah,
shouldn't.
you could say that, but you still can go to the ego. You
Oh,
like the softer
stop,
version of
ADP. Stop.
BD.
No,
That's why y'all
I don't want to
clash
see
so
another
much.
Carl Semesco. I don't want to see another Nate Tibbetts. I don't want to see who some of these other.
Well. Oh, she applied for Dallas and Sky. Okay.
Uh
We
oh.
look need we say more, but Bree Minor, did she? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up with Kim Mulkey. He said Bree Minor was saying Mulkey did an excellent interview about becoming head coach in the W versus college. I'm gonna have to look that up, and we're gonna have to bring that back. Bree Minor on the next show to do a follow up. Hey, she wins. What's up, girly? MSL, look at Lene Roberts, no coaching experience. Brumine said she don't need a head coach. MSL, oh yeah, he is. Lisa Leslie coached the Big Three. Mm-hmm. Oh, MSL fell down. MSL, I don't know how you fell down.
No, I hit something with StreamYard and it wouldn't let me hit the back button. So I just had
And
to sign.
And June said Lisa Leslie is more qualified and better equipped than a lot of these male coaches in the league. That's all that need to be said right there, June. And we could just sum that right on up right there. That's perfect.
But tell June or whoever said that, how much is Lisa Leslie going to want to get paid? That's really what all this stuff comes down to. Because if they could hire Lisa Leslie for $500K or $300K, I'm sure they would do it. But if Lisa Leslie says,
she said she's not gonna do that again. And guys, believe it or not, I need to check the amount that the analysts are getting paid, because the analysts usually make way more than they would play in a play in a league or coach in the league. So I need to check and see how much they're paying these analysts, Lisa Leslie, Swim Cash, and all of them around. You know what I'm saying? Around. I know they're not gonna tell us directly, but I'm curious to know how much they're exactly making.
But unless I'm mistaken, none of them really work full time with these networks, right? Like
it don't matter.
They do. Well,
it
well,
don't
that would
matter.
be the well, that'll be the difference between being paid millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
A lot of them don't. Russell Wilson, he making more now than he was making in the league, and even Tom, they all do. It's been a talk across sports that when you retire or you go into like these analyst jobs, you get paid way more.
So that's what they're not paid these analysts $20, $30, $40 million a year. No, they are not. Come on, ADT.
Yes, they have been. You don't. I watch football and stuff too. They've talked about it.
Well,
they pay
someone
way more.
Someone fact checked me.
I have to go and look at the numbers for the women.
Someone fact checked me in the chat. They are not paying Russell Wilson more than he made playing football.
You have to look, they're not going to tell his salary, and you have to look it up. I said I have to look at the numbers, but that's usually how it works. Yeah, it does.
Most of the time, unless they were like a low level or average player, they usually take a pay cut. It's
not usually a pay cut. MSL. That's why I gotta look. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna research and look it up.
Okay, look up Russell Wilson's salary as an analyst.
Overall, but I do know that has been the case for a lot of ex-NFL players.
Unless maybe for Emmanuel Acho, because he wasn't a great player.
No, I'm
but
not
if you're a great
him.
player, you always step down between being an analyst.
That's why we gotta look at the numbers. That way we, look at the numbers and stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna pull up. I'm curious to know what the starting is, and that's a lot of research, because you got various football players that have been analysts and stuff like that. So I would have to do the comparison from the women to the men. I think that's what I'll do one day. Black people are the only people looking for people with experience. All right, miss me with that. Do you know how many billionaires that are not out in the open and talking about their business, that don't have experience for a job?
Okay, so you are right. You are right about Tom Brady. He signed a mega deal apparently.
But that type of, you have to research that type of stuff. MSL. It's a lot of players a lot of analysts that have made this type of money, but you got to research all, to do, like, I want to do a comparison on both to see exactly how much the average pay is, when it comes to, analysts and stuff like that. So I don't just be saying.
Yeah, but the WNBA, obviously the money they make is not at the level that they would pay.
I have no idea.
NFL to do NFL football.
Yeah, but we don't know, because we gotta look into the average.
But it's a revenue argument, right? Because the NFL does about $11 billion a year, the NBA does about $9 billion.
We still gotta research,
and the WNBA does about $1 billion a year. So it's a revenue argument.
We would have to look it up and research it. I know she is Britt Minor. Lisa Leslie is a millionaire. She has been a millionaire for decades. It's not about the money. I'm quite sure it's not. You know, when somebody, you could just tell with a coach like Lisa and a mentor and stuff like that. Like she really loves the game. She really wants to help, and how she's helped so many players and stuff like that, and continue to help players. And we've seen it. We've seen it with her coaching. Well, doing behind the scenes stuff, and that's the same thing they did to Cynthia Cooper. Look, the Dallas been winning ever since Cynthia Cooper went over there and coached them. Yeah, she went over there and helped them. They've been winning ever since. Well, some games they ain't been winning, but I'm just saying for the most part, they come a long way. The Phoenix Mercury coach, fraud. Lakers head coach, never been a coach before. Dallas Wings has hired two career losers. So yeah, I think Lisa Leslie is more qualified. Hopefully, they will hire a black woman coach for the hood
See, but
team.
y'all love to say that, but y'all never
Y'all,
answer this one question. No, I'm talking about the chat. But how?
we,
Because I've been
they
reading,
can say that.
I've been reading some of the comments in the chat. How much
Yeah,
does Lisa Leslie want? Will she
it
want the
doesn't.
standard salary, or is she gonna want $3 million? I don't know.
Sometimes it's not about money on MSL. Sometimes you're willing to
If she
sacrifice
doesn't
for
want a lot of money, then they should hire her. Like right off
you.
the bat. Boom.
You
Right
don't.
off the bat.
We don't know what Lisa's what she exactly wanted in sitting down with talking or whatever. But what we can say, she's more than qualified for the
Lynn
job.
Roberts is a joke.
She's more than
Sorry.
qualified for the job.
Big girl just told me, yeah, Lynn Roberts is a joke, and she has no offense, no defense, whatever. Like I'm sorry, no defense. She's terrible,
I
and
chat
she's been.
cooking today. Cook them, chat. Cook
No, they can
MSL.
cook me. That's fine. They can cook me because I got to be the sober voice of reason
Oh
sometimes.
no,
I'm
you
sorry.
ain't no sober voice of reason. You know what you are, MSL. MSL. Sometimes he's the voice of his reasoning, and you better listen to what he got to say. That's what.
No, not at all. Come on, Davey. Don't say that. I'm very open to other people's. I don't
Yeah,
get in arguments
yeah.
with people like
You
that.
no, MSL. You are open to other people what they got to say, but what you say, you gonna make sure it be heard. That's all I'm gonna say. MSL gonna make sure y'all hear what he say. He'd be like, okay, yeah, I hear y'all. I hear y'all, Tony and ADP. I hear what you're saying, Bro Clyde. I hear what you're saying, but let Bro Clyde now. If we look at this like this, MSL be coming. MSL be trolling on the panel too, Chad. Don't let him fool you. But
No, but
so
go ahead.
MSL do like you said. So what do the queens need to do to fix this issue? Because it's always a solution. It's just how the way you go about doing it. There's always a solution to every problem.
I
So
think the
far as
players.
the
I
black
think the I
coaches.
think the players and or the players union, along with some key white players, like let's say Sabrina or Brianna in New York, or Clark, even though we know it's not going to happen in Indiana, or some of the other top or let's say Marina in Toronto. But Toronto already has a black female general manager, and a couple of these other teams that don't have black head female coaches, I think they may have a black general manager or a female black general manager as well,
No, we need the
like Toronto,
coaches. We
like
need the
Toronto.
coaches.
But what it takes is the players to go to their management and say, "Hey, this is what we want from a strategical standpoint because this is an embarrassment to the league." Or the players union can go to Kathy and the executive committee and or the NBA board of governors, and they can politic for this. Now I don't know how much enthusiasm they have after doing the CBA, but that would be something that they could or would have to do. Now, to me, Teaspoon should be the next coach, period, that's hired in this league. Chicago has been trash since she's gone. Now they got an all-star team, so they're treading water. But basically, what would Teaspoon had done with this team or the team that she had? And and Teaspoon could control Kennedy Carter. Even Becky couldn't control Kennedy Carter. So for that alone, Teaspoon is like a magician.
Ho 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 ho. Don't talk about Kenny Carter in the cell.
No, I just said that Teaspoon handled Kennedy Carter. Whatever, regardless of what happened in with Vegas, Becky got rid of her. That wasn't the situation with Teaspoon. It was Jeff P via Courtney Vandersloot that got
Oh,
rid of that got rid of that got rid of Spoon and got rid of Kennedy Carter. It was Vandersloot via Jeff P who got rid of those two to make way for her coming to the Chicago, because Vandersloot knew that Spoon was not going to put up with her, was not going to play her, and not play with her shenanigans. And obviously, Kennedy Carter was better than her. So what I'm saying is that if you look at Connecticut, if you look at LA, if you look at Chicago, there have been a lot of chronically bad teams that could have used a Teaspoon, because just look at the work that she's done in Unrivaled, and look what she's done to the players. Look at how she's done in the playoffs in Unrivaled. Look at her relationship with players. Quiet as kept, not trying to start nothing. So I'm just saying it right now. I am not trying to start anything, but someone in one of the
why
comments, and I
people
don't,
say why people say they not trying to start anything before they actually start something? Go ahead.
because this is not my statement, but someone did say it. So I just want to
Oh,
say,
okay.
I just want to say that's a good point. No, this is not original for me. Someone in the
Oh,
chat
oh.
said it. Right. Someone in the chat said it a few days ago. I don't remember their name, but they pointed out that Teaspoon has a connection with Ryan, with Leash, and with Angel. And when I thought about it, I said, you know what? That is so true. Some people go as far as to say it was her behind the scenes that cooked up the whole thing about Angel going to, or at least interfacing it with between Ryan and Leash to hook up with Angel. Like because you remember she coached them in Arrival. So for her, there are a lot of things that link up for Teaspoon that can say, hey, why aren't you here? Or why aren't you there? Or why aren't you here? Houston would be a great fit for Teaspoon. We've heard people talk about that, right? They're going to get
Man,
rid of
that would be, oh my gosh. But the thing about it is the WNBA don't know how to market. And you know what I'm saying? Like that would be, oh, do you know, man, before the team even gets started, MSL, it would be off the chain if they knew how to
right.
market.
But it's my argument that they don't want to market the league properly, because if they wanted to market the league
They
properly,
could, yeah, they definitely could.
they
But
would do
yeah.
everything different than what they've already done. That TV deal that they got $2.2 billion for 11 years out of that TV deal, when they could have got $4 or $6 billion based off their revenue compared to the NBA's revenue. The $72 billion NBA contract. So 10% of it would have been what? $7 billion. 9% of it would have been what? Not $6 billion. They got $2.2 billion, which is about 3% of that TV contract. But if the WNBA generates about 10% revenue compared to the NBA, then why is it you only got 3% of that TV contract? The same thing with the women, and we're not having that argument now. That's another discussion. But they're getting 20% on gross revenue when it should have been 40 or 50% on gross revenue, which would have doubled or tripled the current salaries that they have. So, but that was on the players' end. On the management end, Kathy just took the TV contract that Adam gave her. That wasn't negotiated by the WNBA. They just took it. But nonetheless, that contract still pays the league a lot of money. It comes out to like $16 million per team, and if you do the walk up, now you're talking about $25 million. Some teams with big arenas. So you can have teams that generate 30, 35 million right off the bat, and the salary cap on those two factors before you even get into all the other stuff. And right now the salary cap is what, about 6.7 million. So 30 million and a 6.7 is nothing, because usually when you run a business, your labor is anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40%, but usually 20 to 30. In sports, it's usually about 50% or 47 to 53, and they're paying them 20%. So they're making off like bandits, as far as this goes. So Kathy, and the whole Caitlin Clark thing we've discussed 1,000 times. You're promoting one player, but you're not promoting anyone else in the league. and that one player is not the most marketable player in the league. So why are you promoting someone that's not the most marketable player in the league because they weren't in college?
Let me read. I got some things I want to read from the chat. So Tiffany said Lisa Leslie won gold medals, WNBA championships. It's about respect. Kirk Miller was supposed to hire her, then he hired his bestie instead. That's a slap in the face.
Who Man Buns?
Uh,
Who
yeah.
Man Buns, Tiff?
Uh-huh. And then Tiffany said Phoenix Mercury never coached women before and was hired making $2 million a year. That's lower than Becky and Cheryl combined. It's a boys club in the WNBA, sadly. Really. Yeah, it is. Bree Minor said it's not about the money. She's trying to continue the growth of the E. With the new CBA, the salaries are $500,000 to $1.2 million. With it's much better. Big Girl said. NECA and Skylar tried that, and they still fired Noel Quinn. It's a cold world out there. It definitely is, Tiffany. Reminder said there are several black GMs. There are. Yeah, not for the weak girl. I know what you mean. Emmett said always try. He always starts something. You know Emmett said like that. He like, look, I'm the defense, he the prosecutor.
Unless his salary is increased, ADP. Nate Tibbetts' salary is 1.2 million, not 2 million.
Teaspoon probably told Angel which coach would help her grow. Thank you, Pronto Tyfish. Bremont said not the WNBA didn't negotiate a good contract. NBA did negotiate a good contract for the ladies. Where's the link? Oh, Bremont, you coming up here? Oh man, let me. Kyla, check and see if it's raining outside. That's my son, Bremont. I'm just saying. Okay, come on, Bremont, you coming up? Go ahead, Emma said, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
No, I was just saying that unless there's a change in his salary or he renegotiated.
I'm messing with you, Colin.
According to the quote unquote Google and front office sports, if you can believe them, they say Nate Tibbetts' salary as of October 31st, 2025 was 1.2 million. Was 1.2, and they rounded off at 1 million. So I'm not saying he didn't sign it. He didn't sign anything else, but from what I can see in this cursory look, they're saying he's making 1.2 million, not 2 million. And apparently he's the highest paid coach, right? I think he makes more than Becky. So if he's making 1.2 and Becky makes 1, then yeah, you can say whatever you want about him being the highest paid coach, but he's not making 2 million. And that's important because that gets back to what I said or what we discussed before.
He's challenging he challenging you in the chat. That's what he's saying, Tiffany. Go ahead, MC.
So what I'm saying, and that's important, right? Because if you want, because you're not going to ever get Dawn Staley, right, to come to the WNBA for $1.2 million a year. You're not. I don't even think you're going to get her to come to the WNBA for $2 million. But I think in the discussion we had before, we weren't even talking about Dawn Staley. We were talking about maybe Coach O, or is people even lesser, or people even lesser. If you want to use that word.
I brought out that Don. I brought out this. I did bring out the salaries of the 4 coaches who are making the most, which was
Dawn Staley, Kim Mulkey,
which was Dawn, and Gino was next, then Kim, and then Vic.
Right, and they're all making around $3 million a year, give or take.
Yeah, I talked about them and how much they were making.
Yeah, so none of them were going to come to the WNBA.
But
so
Vic is making like $2 million, and then Don is making the most with $4 million.
I mean, right. I mean, so, I know their average contracts were around 3+ a piece. Sometimes they graduate the salaries depending on what year it's in. But they're all making multiples more than what they would get in the WNBA. And, you can also blame the teams. You can say But wouldn't you want to pay a Dawn
I'm
Staley?
just going by what when I looked it up. That's the numbers, whether it's over years or not. It's the numbers in there where he's
No,
making.
the numbers are fine. What it really is that the league would call them cheap if you want. They're not willing to pay an excellent coach. See, that's kind of like the dichotomy, right? Most of your WNBA coaches are either assistant coaches from other WNBA teams and sometimes NBA teams, or they're coaches on moderate C-level programs like Florida Gulf Coast with Smesco, or like Florida, whatever that Jose came from, et cetera, et cetera. Or some of you guys would say that coaches have no experience, or the guy from England that coaches Portland. These are your WNBA coaches. They're not people who we know, at least on a broad level. People may know them on a local level. And so it's always going to be kind of like the misfit, for use of a better word, head coaches, or diamonds in the rough, or fines, or it would be hot assistants like Natalie Kasi, etc., or people like that. Tyler Marsh wasn't a hot assistant, but he was paraded that way by Jeff P, and you see what you got.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Tiffany said, "Laugh out loud." You're right. It's 2 million multi-year salary. There may be an accelerator since Phoenix made the finals in year one. Ooh, could be. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Benny. 2 million to coach 44 games. He said that's a lot of money for 3 months worth of work. Yeah, it is, right? People be looking at look when we be saying 2 million. Some people be like, "Oh, that's not a lot." What you mean? That's a lot. So, so yeah, guys. I don't know what's getting ready to go down. She probably will stay at the college level, or she may decide to, come to the W. Because sometimes, when you make job decisions, sometimes it's not all about the money. It's about because your heart got to be in the right place for what you got going on too. So it ain't just about money when you sacrifice and take a pay cut. It's about it's sometimes it's about the differences you can make in the player's life because you probably be like, by this time being a coach for yes, baby. What was that? Oh, okay, you playing your game. Okay.
My plug is not working.
Your what's not working? Your plug not working? It's if that's the one I just paid $50 for, it's working, case. That one definitely working. Yeah, play with your Play-Doh. Give it a break. You gotta hook it to the thing. But yeah, but the WNBA often doesn't report the bonuses that coaches get because Mark Davis, owner of the Las Vegas Aces, said he was eager to make Becky base salary the highest again. Yeah, it's different stuff. It's a lot when it comes to that money and stuff, guys. Y'all already know it's a lot of politics and stuff going on with that kind of thing. Who they gonna pay? How they gonna pay? When they gonna pay? So we gonna see, but she probably won't take it MSL. She'll probably stay at the college level. Who knows? But that's what it's looking like. She'll probably stay, unless she really want to take that pay cut. I mean, we don't know.
Well, I mean,
they would have to offer her. Look, they would have to offer her, like, what I'm saying. If she take a pay cut, what am I getting out of it? You know what I'm saying? At the same time, like, am I getting the player I want? You know
who else they can hire? They can also hire retired. They can also hire retired coaches. Like, I don't particularly like this person, but like Shimmy that does the Chicago games.
No, we don't need. No, we good.
No, I don't like her, but I'm saying. But the retired coach, because they haven't coached in a while, they may take. Well, by that measure, you can call Lisa Leslie retired because she hasn't coached in 20 years, 10 years.
No, we're not talking about Lisa Leslie, and she's not a retired coach. We're not gonna talk about Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie is
you
my
just love some Lisa Leslie, don't you?
I just love her.
I just love her.
Yeah. Look. Don't be
But
not
we
too much.
talking bit, but ADP, we
It-
talking business though.
We
We're
are
not
talking business, but the business we talking, you trying to play her top. We not
No,
having that up here.
I just told you
Chat.
that every team should
MSL
hire
trying to play
Teaspoon.
Lisa.
I just told you every team should hire Teaspoon on the spot. On the spot. But I've
And
been
they should
not.
hire Lisa Leslie on the spot. Oh, what
But
do y'all
why
think
hadn't she
about
been? But why hadn't she been hired?
Carolyn Peck as a coach?
Carolyn Peck is excellent. Carolyn Peck is excellent as well. But now it sounds like you, ADP. But is she ready to coach? Isn't that woman like 60 years old?
You don't know. You can't be saying, "Hey, revenue." Don't be keep talking about if they ready to coach. If they want to go up there and say they want that.
Oh, but you don't want Shimmy with Chicago because she too old. But Carolyn Peck is fine. That's what you saying, ADP?
No, ADP did not say nothing about Shimmy or nothing. I didn't say nothing about Shimmy. And said,
You was like, get that time woman out of here, Shimmy.
We good. That's all I said. Ain't nothing wrong with Shimmy.
I want Pete Twiddle.
No, that's Orange. You can't have.
You was like, get that woman out of here, Shimmy.
No, I didn't say that. I have no problem with Shimmy. Shimmy is Shimmy. I'm just saying. We was talking about my goat and stuff like that. Emmett said you would never win the argument. He would not win this argument because you know what I'm saying? An overall picture. That's what ADP. I look at an overall picture. I look at the big blueprint, not the right now. And I'm telling you, you can't play on Lisa Leslie's top and say she won't be a good coach or she need to buy down.
No, come on, ADP. I never said she wouldn't be a good. I never said she wouldn't be a good coach. I'm telling you.
No, you said if she qualified for the job, she is overqualified for the job.
No, what I said was that.
Oh, that's what we saw.
Depending on how you view celebrity, they look at it like, okay, you're a great player, but just because you're a great player, that doesn't mean you'll be a great coach. No matter how long you've been retired, how much
we don't care what they say. That's the problem with what they say. They also put us in some class, low, middle, and high. You don't put me in no class. I mean, I'm an all class person.
Well, Lisa Leslie is high class, but she's high class. But like I said in the beginning, there are only a few type of teams that would hire somebody like her. New York, LA.
Let me tell you something. Didn't I say MSL? I said not too much on my goat. That's what I said, MSL.
You think a team like Indiana or Portland or Seattle is going to hire Lisa Leslie?
I think so. She more than qualified. We can't say what they won't do.
They can't afford her.
Well, they would get. Let me tell you something. In life, when you want something, you find a way to get it, don't you? That's the same way with anybody else. You're going to find a way. A lot of times what block us from our problems is we don't want to come up with the solutions and we don't want to fight for it.
But we already talked about the solution. We said the players and the players union should go to their management or to the board of governors or to the executive committee and or to the commissioner and tell them what they want. I don't think it's a hard fight.
But whether they tell them or not, MSL, we done seen how they do. You see what I'm saying? They don't play fair. They don't negotiate fair. We done seen that. That's why the women had to keep fighting like that. We already seen how they do things.
Right.
But,
I don't even like the outcome of the CBA. But I'm not going
to. The fight's not over with that CBA though.
But I'm not even going to tell. But I'm not going to tell people, oh, do what I say, because only the executive committee and the players know what they were willing to afford. I did think there was a plan where you can expand Unrivaled and take care of a lot of these players. Because that's what I would have wanted. I would have rather wanted, and I think most real fans wanted to see an expansion of Unrivaled to 5 and 5.
You can't say most real fans. You can say what MSL want. How you gonna say most real fans?
Okay, I'll answer your real fan. I'll answer your real fans question because
what they ask. What they ask?
No, I'm going to answer your real fans question because based off what I've seen, and I would think you're one of them, ADP. Based off what I've seen, what I've seen, the people who followed Unrivaled, they were into the players. Like, in other words, they would follow the players to Unrivaled or anywhere else. So to them, it didn't make a difference. Now, what the media was saying, and the idiots that we talk about all the time who don't even follow the sport, yeah, they hated Unrivaled, they hated Fee, they hated Angel, they hated the CBA. But the real fans, I'm talking about the people who actually follow the sport, they were willing to either wait for the players to get their deal, or they had no problem if the best players went to Unrivaled and they started a 5x5 league. Right or wrong, ADP? Come on, give it to me now. Give it to me now. Right or wrong, ADP?
Yeah, I love Unrivaled. I tell them all the time when they be dropping stuff. I'm in love with Unrivaled because.
So that's what I mean when I say real fans, because you're a real fan. In other words, you support the players, and real fans supported the players.
I support the players, and then I support the game, because if you don't support the players, you're not
you have no game. You have no game.
Yeah, and you're not going to get their best game. That's what I take in consideration for me. I take in consideration when they go through their slumps, when they're going through stuff, because at the end of the day, sometimes you can be so much into the sport, you forget that they're human and they're not robots. So when players be having their slumps or whatever you guys want to call it, you know what I'm saying? I look at that.
Well, ADP...
You know, and then to verify that, to have Ryan Howard to come out, guys. That's why I said I be in my nurturing corner and I limit my tongue, because you just have that feeling of, you know, them going through their stages and them going through their mental, whatever the case may be. And for her to post that, if my teammates and everybody around me didn't give up on me, I couldn't give up on myself, even when I was going through. That's why I said, regardless whether we win or lose these games, what you cannot say about the Dream is that they don't vouch for accountability. They make sure they have accountability. They have sisterhood, whether we think they do or not, because what they have experienced that most teams have not. Let's keep that real. And they still wind up coming out there to play the game. And mental health is 100% real, and everybody, you know, has a way of doing it differently, coming around or taking their time with it, or, you know, I can get over this situation that quick. And some, it's long lasting. But She Wiz was like, Carolyn Peck is the one of the commentators we saw ADP. Which one was that? Because I ain't gonna
she the little caramel colored one. But I wasn't with y'all when y'all saw her.
Was she on the side where we were going to our seats? Because you remember She Wiz, you told me they was the ops, but I got them on camera. You said they was the ops, girl. Are you talking about them too?
But ADP, but let me can I respond to the Ryan Howard thing?
Hold on, MSL. Okay, yeah, you can till She Wiz get back to me on that.
I was you have never heard me on any of these airwaves or interwebs, if you must. You have never heard me attack Ryan Howard and say she needed to be traded or anything like that. You've never heard me say that, and I've been relative.
I didn't say
No. I'm not saying you said I did. I'm just making. I'm just making a point. No, I'm just making a point to what you said. No, I'm just setting it up, and the reason why is because, one, it's rare when 5 of your starters play well all of the time. Now, I guess it would be great, like if you're Minnesota or somebody, I guess that's great. But even on occasion, one of their starters or 2 of their starters won't play well, or 3 of their starters, and I guess that's when the bench kicks in. And if the bench doesn't kick in, then you have a hard. That's how you get a hard court.
Hold announcement, MSL. TW, is that real? Lady Hamilton got waived by the Liberty?
Yeah, and a lot of people wanted to trade for her. Now she cut. I don't know if that's true, by the way. I don't know.
Okay, keep talking. I'm gonna look on Threads.
No, what I'm saying is that Rye, like, we could all criticize Rye, but the stuff about being traded, one, it wasn't going to happen because of who she was in the position that she was into that team. 2, she's uber talented. I get it that she's not living up to the part. And then 3, like you said, her mental health. She's very sensitive. She's got a lot going on. Even in that last press conference, I've seen Ryan talk like that before, so it didn't shock me. But when she's like, oh, well, I picked this and I selected this and that's why I did this and that's why this. Like, I've heard her talk like that. I don't take her seriously because I just look at it as like a bravado from like a Meek like a meat kind of person, because the reality is she's not a dog a lot of the time. So if she was a dog, but I could understand her talking about that. But most of the time, to me, she's like a Chihuahua, and I just let it roll. I just let it roll off. So you just have to accept the fact that Ryan is complex and that Ryan is moody, and you just gotta find a way. You just gotta find a way to work with that. But trading her, was that going to happen? Who was you going to trade her for? Kelsey and somebody else? I don't know. I mean, they beat Kelsey yesterday with Phoenix, with AC, with Cobb. So I'm not sure.
Okay, guys. Sorry, MSL, but it is true. Lady Hamilton has been waived by the Liberty, according to Underdog, and you know how Underdog do things. And this was just not too long ago.
They must not like her. They must not like her.
They already. I don't know what they don't like, but to do this after the deadline, even though they could do like a what you call those contracts, MSL
10-day contract.
Yeah, they could pick her up like that and stuff like that.
They obviously don't like her because
they cut said, her. Somebody said, what did she do to that man?
I don't know, but they don't like her. To cut her just like that. They do not like her.
And to wait till after the because somebody would have.
She has to clear. She has to clear waivers first before you can pick her up.
Somebody gonna. You know what? I'm gonna say this. She's gonna somebody. What they put her on like MSL, a 10-day contract, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. She getting ready to be on somebody's team because God don't like ugly. You don't do ADP. That. MSL, especially after. Hold on. Especially after what, baby? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too. Oh, excuse me. You in Play-Doh? Okay. He said I was too loud, MSL. But
no, that's cool.
That's my little one. He ain't playing Play-Doh. So what you think? Because they had plenty of opportunity, like to do her. That. Yeah. You don't do no stuff like that. That backfires every time. I think somebody's still gonna get her. But the fact that you didn't, the fact that you did that in the way that you did it, that's some crazy work.
Well, unless the other teams knew what was going on, so nobody was gonna make an offer, and then eventually they had to waive her. But the part that we can also argue, people talk about Ryan Howard, but after seeing that Anissa Morrow went to Toronto for a player that's not even playing yet and a second round pick, then obviously other teams, maybe including Atlanta, could have went after that. But I think Smesco didn't want to mess up the chemistry and the sisterhood that they had there in Atlanta. So, or maybe if Atlanta made the offer, they'd be like, oh, well, can we get Naz Hillman? And everybody knows that he probably wasn't going to part with Naz Hillman. So, but to see her go to Toronto for like basically nothing, and even Kelsey Plum didn't go for a lot for what you think. So I mean, the deals could have been made, but if they wanted to make the deal, but in reality, they probably looked at it like, we did the Angel Reese trade. That's our big move. Let's at least see this play out for the next year or two before we make another move. That's probably how they looked at it, to the chagrin.
No, this was intentional and seemed like it was personal.
No, I agree with Lainey Hamilton. Yeah, obviously you cut somebody like that, who can play, who's a baller, and obviously a lot of people are going to say they've been systematically releasing their black players, and they keep bringing in these European or white players on the team. But the team is not getting any better. So the question is, why are they doing this? And this is one of the fears that a lot of people have, that they're trying to overtly or inorganically whiten the league. But we don't know, because they can pick up a black player and then that leaves that kind of mute. Kind of like what everybody said about Jeff P. a year ago. They said, oh, he wants an all-white team. But then to appease Angel's departure, he still bought, a bunch of sisters over there, minus, Sloot and JC Sheldon, and the other whites that really can't do nothing. And Jaquez, I know her family's from Mexico or whatever, but she more on the white side than she is you know, on the on the other side. So I mean, but so we don't know. But New York, yeah. The argument from New York fans is that they're too slow and white, and then they can't play no defense, and that's why they keep losing. They're big, but they don't have quickness, point guards, and defense.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys. That is so crazy. Didn't I tell you guys? I said, every day is something, and more snakes gonna be coming out the hole.
Yeah, you say they're gonna be revealed, right?
Yeah, and they gonna continue to be revealed. ADP, I didn't remember my pen. Oh, okay, Bree, okay, but yeah, this is just right, pretty. That's what. Let me tell you something. When one door closes, guys, remember this. When one door closes, another one will open. Another door is going to open for this young lady. Because first of all, you got to give people the right opportunity to do what they got to do. And I can say somebody in the chat was like, he didn't know how to fit them in the system. That's the problem when new coaches come. They don't know how to fit certain players in. They want these players, but they don't know how to actually play them when it's time to play. So yeah, that could be true too at the same time. But another door gonna open for her, and especially Emma said, you're right. A lot of teams wanted her. You heard the talks and stuff, but it's all good. It's all good. That means she's going to a better place, and we're gonna keep you up to date. Oh, I know my girls Tony and Keisha gonna have something to say about that one too.
When are they coming on, by the way?
I don't know. I thought maybe they were coming on today, so they may come on today. I'm not for sure. I didn't see a thumbnail yet for them, because the game come on too, so they might.
They may not, right? Or they come on at 5.
No,
the only reason why I asked was because Sony had talked about me coming on her show, an impromptu show after full court
she said
trio.
She said she's gonna do a D block. I believe she said she's gonna do a
late
D-block.
at night. Oh, okay, that went over my head.
No,
then.
I don't think too late. I don't know, but I know she said.
Oh, okay, after Broclaw, because Broclaw is doing his show at 9:30, right? Get that off your chest. I think it's at 9:30 tonight.
Not Thursday. That's Sunday and what is it?
Wednesday?
Yeah, Sunday and Wednesday, right?
Broclaw told me last night, because I guess the games were late or something. He told me last night about doing the show today.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. Cause
at 9:30.
Because the weekend I can catch you guys, and then it's like that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at work. So I was like, dang, I'm missing Wednesdays. So okay, that sounds good.
But the coach ain't no good though in New York. That's the bottom line. So he ain't no good. So why is the general manager even listening to the coach unless it's a decision the general manager made? Someone in the chat said that ever since she threw that shoe at Marina Mabry,
they're bringing on the French. They're bringing on somebody French. Marine. How you say it? How you say that? Paradox. Am I saying pretty? I don't know. I don't want. Look, I'm gonna say Marine.
Fojas, I don't know.
Yeah, she said they're bringing her in. Oh, okay then. Well, you know what? That moving in silence and making things happen, I think it's time for it. It's coming, guys. It's coming. It's just a matter of time.
The league has a lot to work on. Yes, we can.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics, and like Tiffany said, it's a lot of politics. Definitely behind it. It's been like that. It's just that it's gotten worse. And stuff like that. It's getting ready to be crazy. Look, guys, it's gonna be crazy up until the season ends, and when all this stuff is revealed, somebody need to write a book, because it's some stuff that's getting ready to go down that it's not gonna shock us, but it's gonna shock a lot of other people.
Right, and that book, when they eventually write
it, Tiffany. If that's how they want to do it, you know what's getting ready to happen? You know what happens if we form our own league, right? And them secret behind the scenes billionaires and all them, most of them. Let me hush. I'm going.
Well,
let me tell you, it could happen. and it will flourish too. So
Well,
let them keep right on.
I for one would have waited for an unrivaled 5x5 league, and because if you look at the way Unrivaled is promoted, even though Fee and Brianna are supposed to be the founders, and because Angel is supposed to be their quote
I
unquote
wouldn't work it.
marquee player, no, you don't get the sense that anyone is treated a particular way in the league, and it's certainly not marketed or promoted like that. All the players are promoted, and if the crowd is going to gravitate to anyone, it's going to happen organically and naturally, but not because Unrivaled, kind of pushed it in that direction. But obviously that's not the WNBA, and I wished and hoped that the players did stick to their guns and use Unrivaled as a battering ram, because when they asked Angel to come back, they essentially used Angel as a battering ram against the WNBA in their negotiations, saying, hey, okay, you got your alleged star in Caitlin Clark that you're tied into. Okay, we got our star here, Angel, and we're going to run our league how we want to. And then, and they put pressure on the WNBA, because eventually, if Unrivaled would have went 5x5, nobody would have cared about the WNBA. Yes, they have legacy, they have history, they have records for sure. And that's the main reason why you'd want to stay in the league, the legacy. That's it. The legacy and the records. But at the same time,
Unrivaled did good.
But at the same time, it's only a league that was around for 30 years. So the records are not like Major League Baseball that are 100 years old, or the NFL, which is 80, 90 years old, or the National Basketball League, which is 7 years. It's not the same. So, but the players, for whatever reason, they came back because obviously the money that they were offered was good enough. Not everybody's Angel Reese or Paige Beckers or Breonna Stewart or even Caitlin Clark. So for those who needed that paycheck, the money that was there, they took it. Some people argue they can still work on this long term, but the contract they have, I think, is 6 or 7 years. That's a long time to miss out on what you could have had. But hopefully that 20% will be 35% in that 7th year, because they're supposed to have incremental growth with those percentages. So let's hope the percentages work out in their favor. But what happened to your friend who said they wanted to come up and challenge me, ADP?
Nobody said they want to come up and challenge you in the cell.
Oh, okay, because I was ready.
Somebody will come to. You'll be ready, but we be up for the challenge. If any of my chat people want to come and challenge you, they up for the challenge, MSL. But anyways,
why you always gotta talk to me like bro Claw when you be saying something MSL?
Because you be acting up sometimes.
But it's so funny. Don't all the men that come on your show act up? Big Dog, Brooklyn, me, Bro Claude. I think we all act up when we come on your show, right? To a certain degree.
Well, no, you and BD kind of like the opposite twins. And Gummy, he just be an ox because he got 1,000 teams.
Right.
And Brooke be on both sides. Like he has stuff to say about one side and got stuff to say about the other side. So
Brooke probably listening now.
Gummy's more he's more it depends. It depends on if he glazing that day or not. But Gummy, for the most part, it be on everybody's side.
Well, hold up. Tell Waterfall they can come up right now. They can come up right now.
There to talk about the league.
Tell Waterfall, come on up, Waterfall, come on up. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about pertaining to the league.
Just to warn you, Brie Minor is not one person that you want to play with. I mean, Tiffany driving, she ain't even one you want to play with.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Brie Minor can come up.
It's because they got to increase money. They don't want those black women.
Because if I remember correctly,
but we gotta move to my next one, MSL, because I need everybody to write this date down. And if they don't have the tickets for this particular game, they better get the tickets. I am going to respect your opinion, just like you're going to respect my opinion. Yeah, Brie Minor, that's what we do. That's what we do on this panel. That's what we do. Y'all can listen to each other, say whatever you want to say, because you can agree and disagree. And I'm going to be over here in the nurturing corner. And then anytime y'all need that group hug, ADP right here. But guys, I'm excited about this. So I just want to stick this up here. UConn and LSU will be playing against each other this year, and it will be going down at the Bridgestone Arena December 20th, 2026. So book it, clock it, write it down, do whatever, get your tickets. If you're going, let me know. I probably won't be going to that one, but I will be eye watching. Okay, that is going to be a must see game. And yeah, we're gonna get there right before Christmas. That's gonna be part of our Christmas present, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to also get into I want us to listen to a little bit about Alyssa Thomas. Then we're gonna get into the Angel Reese, the fastest with her double doubles, and the USA team. And then we're gonna get up out of here, okay? Because let me see. Okay, we got 30 minutes to do that. Because ADP did say I'm not gonna keep y'all long today, but the sermon just was good today. You know how the sermons be good, they be going on and on. So okay, so but I want to play that because I'm so excited about the NCAA Women's College Basketball coming up. Coach Joe, we still gonna be winning, Coach Joe. We see you done got some players over there, but you know, but yeah. So, guys, we're gonna have our Lady Tigers, South Carolina.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
What about UConn and LSU?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a big game, MSC, and they probably gonna be sold out.
Yeah.
I believe so. Just to give you a heads up, for those
is it at a neutral site? Is it going to be at a neutral site?
It's going to be at Bridge. Hold on, let me go back for 1 second. Bridgestone Arena.
Isn't that in Connecticut?
Okay. UConn will face LSU in the ESPNW Invitational on December 20th in Nashville.
Oh wow! Somebody did say that. TW7525 did say that.
Oh, somebody need to come pick me up. Pick me up. That thing gonna be sold out. Oh my gosh! I
don't think I'll be in Nashville, but I'll consider it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, us New York. You know, us New Yorkers. We don't like to get off the coast the two coasts too much, but it's whatever.
I don't like to stay long. My cousin them from DC. They do not. They come down. They're not gonna be staying a long time, guys. They be ready to go back. 2 to 3 days. They be ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like me too. I be ready to go. I stay somewhere light, unless it's like even whatever vacation. After then, I'll be like, okay, it's time. Except for bike week. That's the only time I be like, okay. Back in the day, I was like, I stay all the days. It don't matter.
I think you said it before. Where you from, ADP?
ADP is from everywhere. What you want?
No. The reason why I'm saying it is because
Georgia. I was born in DC, so I have my dad's side.
Okay, so you're an East Coast girl with an accent.
But I stayed in Virginia. So the last place before I stayed in DC, Virginia, all parts of Virginia, and then I've stayed in Kansas for like 2 years because I had someone who was in the military there. So I was in Fort Raleigh, Kansas. And then I came back and I was in Carolina, and then I came to Georgia.
Okay.
So
you're in Georgia now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. No. The reason why I said that because we were there 5 days, and from Friday, how you want to kind of 4 or 5 days, but I was on the airplane, if you remember, yesterday or the day before when you were on the show. Yeah. So the flight didn't leave until like 7 o'clock. So we were in Georgia until 7 o'clock, and we arrived there Friday afternoon, and I had a blast. I enjoyed. I mean, I've been to the city before on business, but I didn't really get to explore it the times I was there. But in between those 2 games, we got to explore the city, and I had a blast. It was a downtown hotel, so you could walk everywhere, or take the subway or the trolley, and So for an East Coaster, that's why I brought it up. For an East Coaster, it was. Yeah, it was fun. It was enjoyable. It wasn't like one of them places like you said where you'd be like, oh man, get me the heck, get me the heck out of
No,
here.
this
So
is
it
Harvest.
was fine.
Yeah, that's Harvest.
He's so heavy. Give it away.
Okay.
Dreadhead.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no, you
yes,
ever heard of
Marcus.
Stone Mountain ADP?
I heard about it, but I don't know where it's at. Like a lot of
Well,
places, like
people in
I,
your
I'm
chat.
I'm more of like outward. I'm not in the city of Atlanta.
Well, the
Um
thing with Stone Mountain, which
but
I didn't know, I had come to Atlanta on business years ago with a pharmaceutical company. And so you know how the corporate they give you an itinerary. And I saw, oh, world's largest, ballast, I forgot the form of art paintings, they call it bas relief, right? And I'm like, oh, and I'm like a nerd, so I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds interesting, whatever, whatever. So I get it sitting out in the middle of nowhere, so I get out there and I see all these white folks, and then I start seeing Civil War memorabilia and stuff. I'm like, Stone Mountain, what's this? So it turned out that Stone Mountain, the carvings was for like the Confederacy, Jefferson Davis and all these people, and apparently the Ku Klux Klan used to do they rituals or whatever in Stone Mountain. I had no idea. There was only like two black folks, in the whole thing, and I was one of them. And but I'm the kind of person I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just make the best of it. It didn't bother me, it didn't scare me, I didn't care. It was a company that had sent us up there, whatever, whatever. But it was just that was the first time I ever heard of Stone Mountain, and probably the last time I'll ever be there. But I don't know who's up there now. Maybe, it's
I
populated
don't
and
know.
whatever.
I mean I've heard of it, but I've never been there. And like when I move somewhere, I always do my research. You always got when you move somewhere, you go
Yeah, you
somewhere else,
should.
you got
Yeah,
to do
you
your
should.
research. Um,
But that was hilarious. It was like a scene from a skit from a sitcom, ADP, or like when Jay Chappelle did his blind black man that was with the Ku Klux Klan, and that whole deal. I'm there and I'm like, oh, this great. I'm thinking it's like an art thing because they said the world's largest bas relief carving in the side of a mountain, and I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. And you're an artist, so I was like, that sounds interesting. And I get there, I'm like, wait a minute. What's up with all these people in Confederacy and shanty towns and plantations? Like, what's going on here? And and seeing all these people in revolutionary garb and wharf and guns. Yeah, it was a celebration of the Confederacy, and
yeah,
that's who was on that thing. But I just took it as stride. You see all these, you know, you see all these Jim Bobs and walking around. But I was just like, no problem. Now, obviously, the city part was great. The Martin Luther King Center, et cetera. So I had did that back in the day, and I did it again, this past few days, along with a lot of the restaurant stuff. So we had a good time in ATL, minus that Barbie lost, but Barbie night itself was absolutely fantastic. And whoever wasn't there, you really missed out.
Secret said Tony and Keisha on. Okay, they coming on now. Okay, guys, we're gonna I'm gonna play this last thing of Alyssa Thomas, and then we're gonna get up out of here so we can go catch Keisha and Tony on their live. So we're just gonna hear this clip about how she talks about Alyssa Thomas because we gotta give Alyssa Thomas her credit.
Yeah, she should have been on that team.
Yeah, again.
Excited for our guest. Cue devious smile. By the numbers, the greatest Connecticut Sun player of all time, Alyssa Thomas. So
Uh-oh.
read the entire intro because the accolades are too much. So let's start. Over 11 seasons, she became the engine of this franchise. She left as the Suns' all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. She's the only player in franchise history to record a triple-double. She had 5 All-Star nods, 3 All-WNBA, made 3 All-WNBA teams, 6 All-Defensive selections, 2 trips to the finals, an Olympic gold with Team USA along the way. And on August 7th, when Phoenix comes to Mohegan Sun Arena, we will be honoring her as a Sun legend. So, Alyssa, welcome to the pod.
Thanks for having me. You've been trying to get me forever.
And it. So when you hear all of those accolades, like what goes through your mind?
I'm old. So
And
old. No way. Nah, it's cool to think about. I mean, a lot of years in Connecticut, a lot of memories, but all good.
Yeah. All good. So today, I'm so excited for our guest. Cue devious smile. By the numbers, the greatest Connecticut Sun.
So, guys, this is just
the greatest. What she said, ADP.
The Suns player. Phoenix Mercury. Did I say Suns? I meant Phoenix Mercury.
You did. We all make the mistake. It's all good.
Her stats show, but you know how they've been doing AT, and then to be the top assist with 26, like MSL, you can't get. Nobody has that but AT, and the league.
27 triple doubles.
Yes. So, guys, don't slip on 18. There's more to come. We will come back to this as far as the analysts and the coaches, how much they get paid. Maybe we can get some charts and stuff and just give a full breakdown and see why some coaches still may choose the W or still decide to stay in being a college coach. I'm gonna look up those I'm gonna look up those film on Kim Mulkey talking about it and stuff like that, and other coaches that have voiced their opinion about it, like Dawn and I guess Corey. She hasn't decided yet. Just different coaches on how they feel about that, and just all the shenanigans we see going on in these leagues. Period.
But remember, UCLA also lost everybody. So unless she had a great recruiting class, I don't know what's going to happen with UCLA. They could be a bad team. I don't remember their recruiting, so I can't talk about that. But she did lose.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look at that too, because we're getting ready to come into that soon. So we want to start looking at and see what they're, and see what they have for right now too, MSL, because that season gonna be here before you know it, and they gonna blow that game up with LSU and UConn as far as advertisement and marketing. So you want to add something to that by knowing what we getting ready to get into. Because I haven't heard about UCLA, who they have, and all that kind of stuff. Any other teams, right? Like I know LSU, yes, and some South Carolina, yes, but to see what players they actually have on the team, we really need to do like a show on that. And Broclot is good with his South Carolina people. So it'll be good to talk about that as well. If Corey Close comes to the WNBA, she will be Stephanie Wright replacement market. Oh, you think so, Tiffy? That could happen. Yeah. Oh, you heard there's some folks out there too. You said MSL said that. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to get ready to get off of here. We're going to go and catch Keisha and Tony do their show. And we're going to touch back on this so MSL can come with his stuff about far as how much the analysts get paid. We could do a comparison, MSL, and do the breakdown so people can understand why coaches stay and why they go. And, we haven't heard anything about no head coaches in W coming just yet. You know what I'm saying, as far as black women coaches. So we got to keep an eye on that too. Maybe we'll get one or two MSL in there.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Just pay close attention because they're always posting stuff. It's just depend on what you pay attention to. She had a good recruit. Bree Miney said she had a good recruiting class. However, you still have to build a team chemistry. Right. I know. That's what I was saying about Coach Yo, too. You still have to build those team chemistries and stuff, too. And we're going to see. I'm looking forward to it. We got football coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got football and then we got college. So it's gonna be some great things. The thing is, how we got to see how this W can go down for the end of the season. Because some people gonna be highly upset because what they tried to push is it ain't gonna happen this year either. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. keep your close eye on Brienne January too. Brienne January. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on. I'm gonna keep my eye on that too, Tiff. I'll write that down too, if somebody can remind me, to keep my eye. I know you will too, cause I think Tiff Tony made like Emma said, she may do a D block tonight. I think I don't know yet. I think that's what she told us, right, Emma said. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're gonna go over there and catch them because you know they got some breakdown and probably got some graphics over there, guys. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for listening. Thank you, MSL. We gotta have MSL back up here so we can see. I can go back and forth a little bit, but it's like we both be able to get our stuff out, so it kind of balances out. We're not gonna agree and disagree, but we're still able to have a good conversation. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I gotta have my homework done now, Chad, because when MSL come back and we talking about these analysts and all this kind of stuff, he gonna be ready for real. So I'm gonna do my homework so I can be ready to up for the challenge. But thank you, MSL, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Thank you.
Peace
Tim.
out, guys. Later.